So our next part of the program naman, actually related din dun. Actually magkaka-related yung mga topics natin. Ang next naman po, bibigyan tayo ng update on ano ang bagong, kumbaga ano yung mga initiatives po ng BARM government in terms of food safety certification including halal. So ang magbibigay po ng presentation, no less than the Director of Director 2 from the Ministry of Science and Technology. Let's give a hand to Director Nasruddin Buisan.
While preparing, thank you Ma'am Eunice. Salamat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Amabad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Saan si Sir James? Palitan ko naman ng maagam na umaga or matanghali na ano. But before that, courtesy kay Sir Abunawas, the Minister of the MAFAR, mga kapwa ko manggagawa sa gobyerno, muli magandang umaga sa ating lahat. I'll be sharing a bit of initiative that we had in the parlance of MOST. Maybe not enough. Ang ibig lang sabihin, we have a lot of things to do as what presented by Sir Adonis. Madami pa tayong gagawin. But for that, let me just share you what we have done in the Ministry of Science and Technology. So, sabi nga ni Sir Adonis, kailangan may hugot. Hugutin ko muna para magkaintindihan kung ano lang ba yung limit namin sa Ministry of Science and Technology. So, it starts with the mandate. Hindi po kami regulatory in the Ministry of Science and Technology. So, basically on the functions, we are only tasked to do on standard development of quality standard, including halal for food and non-food industry through testing, analysis, and CapDev. So I'll be focusing on the three parts on that one. So ito yung umiikot yung ginagawa namin. So basically, let me just share and sa mga ano din, sa mga negosyante dyan, ito yung mga services na ginagawa namin. So we have Technology Transfer and Commercialization Program. Nahati siya sa dalawa, and I think some of you are beneficiaries of this one. Technology Assistance for Commercialization. So sabi ni Sir Adonis, bago normally by law, bago ma-commercialize ang isang produkto or bago mabenta, dapat na-certify. Sa minimum, FDA, LTO para doon sa production area. Pag gusto ng product, FDA, CPR. So dito, pumapasok si MOST para ma-upgrade at ma-commercialize yung mga product. Ang next is Bangsamoro Empowerment through Science and Technology. Ito yung mga startup businesses. And for 2026, medyo change namin yung landscape. Kasi doon, kung makita nyo ang budget and constraint din ng government, we have to plan of what activities and project na kailangan nating gawin for next year. May budgeting may targeting. So para ma-open namin na lahat ng MSMEs na makapag-apply, we try to propose sa MFBM kung nananawagan, baka naman pagbibigyan kami na gawing services. Yung letter B. Kasi mangyari, yung first part ng 2025 namin, the Technology Assistance for Commercialization Project para sa MSMEs, na-determine na kung ilan sila, sino sila, ano yung mga product na ginagawa. Yung letter B, ito yung open na tinulungan halimbawa ni MAFAR o tinulungan ni MTIT na gustong magpa-training pagdating sa food safety or magpa-assist para makapag-apply sa halal at saka sa FDA, dito namin ipapasok pag pagbibigyan kami sa 2026. Kasi nakita namin maraming lumalapit, with due respect po sa lahat ng mga small medium enterprises, lumalapit sila. So we try to open that door para matulungan kayo kahit man lang sa training. Again, training, testing, and analysis. Hindi po kami ang nagre-regulate. Bibigyan namin kayo ng capacity and partner namin ng UNIDO and si Sir Adonis on that one. So dito papasok po. Pwede kayong lumapit, mag-letter of intent. So ito yung initiative ng Ministry of Science and Technology. So, anong parte ng MSMEs? So, nagagawa kami nito, kung makita nyo, nasa number 6 and number 7. Dito kami tumutulong. Kalimutan muna natin yung 1 to 5 kasi this is a technology part, yung productivity and everything. But since our topic is about FDA and food safety and halal certification, kaya pasok yun sa unang activity namin, yung number 6 and number 7. Yung capacity development and other assistance. Especially yung mga bayad, sinasubsidize namin, inshallah. And then, sa testing, meron kaming 4 na laboratory. Okay? So, meron kaming physico-chemical laboratory, microbiology laboratory, halal certification, and metrology lab. Yung 3 lab, the physico-chemical and the microbiology and the halal verification, accredited siya ng ISO 17025. Ibig pong sabihin, yung credibility at integrity ng result, makakaasa kayo na tama yung result na ibibigay. Inshallah. So those are the services that we had. Now, how far yung nagawa natin when it comes to help to the MSMEs? So these are the accomplishment. Meron po kaming mga tinulungan. 2 na ang napa-FDA LTO namin na certified in BARM. Yung lumapit lang sa amin, 2 na. Hindi yung ibig sabihin. So, kung lalapit lang ho sana at magtulungan, kasi marami kang ihahanda. Yung mga template, yung mga form, yung mga binanggit ni Ma'am Beth at ni Sir Adonis, kailangan ho natin yun in place bago mag-i-issue si FDA. So, pagtulungan natin, yun naman ang role ng government. And then, we have 8 on the pipeline. Mamaya pag-usapan ko yung mga challenges dito sa part na to. So 8 ngayon ang nakalodge na sa FDA ang application. So marami naman tayong initiative, pero hindi pa sapat. Kailangan pa talagang pagigihan pa at pagtulungan. Pagdating naman sa halal certification, 36 na ang napahalal certified in partnership with Imimit CBI kay Dr. Quit. Sila ho ang partner natin. In fact, they are the one who give the certification on the product. So 36 na ang natulungan natin sa mga lumalapit sa Ministry of Science and Technology. For the assisted on halal certification, ito yung breakdown, just to see it. Sila rin yung mga tinulungan namin from starting and then we are targeting for 2025. Ito kasi default, ito yung sabi ko na, halimbawa 2026 dapat alam mo na kung sino. That's the government policy of project readiness, di ba? So kaya binukas namin yung open na parang services. I hope really mapagbigyan kasi maraming lumalapit. And breakdown per provinces, ito naman. And then the training. Dito kasi mahalaga. Kasi when you apply FDA LTO application, isa sa requirements, yung quality assurance doon or quality control na tawag nila, dapat may training na ina-attach. Otherwise, sa unang application mo, wala na yon, hindi rin lulusot kay FDA. So ginagawa natin, nagka-capacity tayo ng MSMEs train, pero hanggang capacity development lang kami. Hindi namin pwedeng extend sa regulatory. Magbibigay kami certificate para pag-apply nyo, meron na kayong certificate na i-attach sa application nyo na hinahanap ni FDA. And this is the breakdown for the year and for provinces. And the participants, we reached already 464. We try as much as possible na ma-encourage yung MSMEs. Ano yung kahalagahan ng food safety at ano ang mga requirements, yung binabanggit nila Ma'am Beth at ni Sir Adonis. So we have 464 already. And then we have 25 MSMEs na tinrain din namin para nga makapag-apply doon sa FDA and halal certification. Through the LGU, this was happened in partnership with Cotabato City. And then food service establishment on train on halal tourism. We try to train. We have a module could be used by hotels, restaurants, and others. We have trained 61. In so far, wala pong nag-apply ng halal certification. That's much we could do because our mandate only asks us to do testing, analysis, and capacity development. So wala kami, tali kami kasi kung makita niyo yung present ni Sir Adonis, ang regulatory sa raw materials nakabigay sa DA, but in our case, hindi siya devolved sa MAPAR. Pagdating naman sa FDA, nabigay kay MOH sa counterpart natin, pero hindi pa rin devolved sa atin. I will share the challenges on that aspect later. And these are the areas that we train on tourism module para mahalal certified. Kasi parating tanong sa atin, pag pumunta ba ng BARM, meron bang mapag-istiyan na halal certified? Diba? Wala tayong makita. Kasi hindi nag-a-apply. Or maaring hindi sila aware. So we try to train, we try to encourage. However, the ball is on their end to apply. On the testing and analysis, particularly sa Halal Verification Laboratory, meron na kaming 62 samples na na-receive with respect to halal testing. Available na yung testing natin doon. And then we have conducted 62. We have 14 customer na na-serve. And these are the testing offer, particularly in Halal Verification Laboratory. Doon kasi sa Physico-Chemical Laboratory, kung makikita niyo yung food product na may nutritional labeling, lahat noon kaya nang ibigay ni Physico-Chemical Lab. Pagdating naman sa micro, yung isang laboratory, na prerequisite sa pag-a-apply, yung water testing sa PNSW 2027 ng water, kaya na rin po ng ating laboratory. Pagdating sa food na minimum test din, meron na rin tayo, alhamdulillah, sa halal verification, sa halal testing lab. Pero pagdating sa halal, particularly sa halal-related testing, kaya natin i-detect ang porcine DNA na nahahalo sa isang produkto using the RT-PCR. Di ba, hinahanap din ang alcohol content ng mga beverages. Kaya na rin ni Ministry of Science and Technology yon. Pagdating din sa i-authenticate natin kung ang meat is talagang galing sa beef or chicken, kaya na rin ma-detect. In short, in the case of Ministry of Science and Technology Laboratory, we are ready for the testing. And aside from that, miyembro ang ating BHSTL ng One Lab System. Ibig sabihin, may interconnection kami with all region. And in the Philippines, the Halal Verification Lab is one of the 4 laboratories capacitated in the Philippines in response to testing and analysis, particularly on halal testing. So, basically, ready yung ating laboratorio. What are the challenges? Dito natin, kasi ang tanong, sapat na ba yung ginawa ni Ministry of Science and Technology? Hindi pa. Marami pa tayong tatrabahuin, pinresent ni Sir Adonis. Number 1, low consumer demand and market awareness on halal and food safety. Tanong, real talk, ilan sa atin ang tumitingin ng package ng product bago bumibili? Kung may HACCP certified, or may FDA, or may halal certification? Real talk, ilan sa atin? But in the market, yung nakikita natin na observe, wala, no? Hindi tayo nagdi-demand. You'll see a lot of food establishment na kinakainan natin, pero hindi tayo nagdi-demand. It will start with the demand. If we don't do that, things that application to certification, wala kasi si MSMEs and even some hotels will not go to that direction. Kasi hindi natin dinidemand. Next is limited awareness among MSMEs about certification process. Isa sa misconception na pag ginawa na ni Muslim at sabi niya Muslim ang gumawa, food safety na yan, halal na yan. One of the misconception with us. So it's a challenge to change really the perspective and the mindset that we have to demand it, and also the MSMEs. That's why Ministry of Science and Technology created a program on training and awareness of what is the requirements. Madalas, again, real talk, madalas, uso sa atin yung self-proclamation of halal and hygiene. Tama? But often, pag self-proclaim, may biases tayo. Kaya nilagay si certification ng FDA para third party, para walang conflict of interest. Kaya andyan si certification body o MMHCBI para third party yung magsabi na yes, halal, yes, food safety compliance through the certification. Yun ang isa sa problema natin or concern. So we really have to advocate more. Next is limited access to halal raw materials. Isa sa problema rin is, sabi nga ni Sir Adonis, magsisimula sa fresh product eh. Pag hindi yun certified, imagine you have a product of tocino. Tocino ha. Titingnan yan ng certification, kung halal ang ating pag-uusapan, hahanapin niya kung saan mo pinrocure yung chicken. Pag walang certification ng good agriculture practices or whatever mandatory and non-mandatory requirements, ang gagawin ni certification body, magre-require siya ng testing para ma-ensure na dapat halal yung pumapasok. Kasi hindi ka sigurado, hindi mo nakikita. But, if only our raw materials produced is certified, hindi na maghahanap yung certification body. So, natanggal natin yung barriers. So, kailangan natin ma-ensure yon. Problem is the raw materials on halal. Cost of compliance and certification fees. So, medyo mahal. Honestly, it's really costly because the travel, the audit fee, and everything, I understand the MSMEs are struggling, especially kung yung nagsisimula. That's why, Ministry of Science and Technology, if you see, kaya namin pinropose yung 2026 program and project para matulungan kayo. So lahat ng 36 na na-certify, yung 2 na FDA, LTO certified, at yung 8 na ongoing, binigyan ng assistance ng government or the Ministry of Science and Technology para ma-augment yung bayad. So, kailangan natin yung pag-usapan how really to railroad this initiative. Otherwise, we just talk it and we don't have actions. Hindi talaga siya obra na abot tayo sa gusto nating puntahan. Next is need of skilled personnel and continuous training. So, sabi nga nila, Ma'am Beth, sabi ni Sir Adonis, katakot-takot na training pa ang ating pag-usapan dahil ang dami pang standard na dapat ma-in place if we really are serious to really address the food safety and the halal certification. Harmonization of halal standards. So isa din sa triggering points is, because in the Philippines, let me just share, 3 players ang nag-accredit sa Pilipinas. By virtue of the halal export law, si PAB, Philippine Accreditation Bureau. In the case of local product, si NCMF. In the case of BARM, may halal board tayo. Pag hindi yun na harmonize, magkakaroon ng problema. Kung sinong mas weak points, doon mag-a-apply ang lahat. Tama? So, kailangan din ma-harmonize. But, alhamdulillah, there are talks naman with the halal board and NCMF and the PAB to harmonize that one. And it's a lot of things to do because we have to establish the accreditation process, the certification process, and the halal standards. From farm to the processing plants. So those things has to be in place. Otherwise, kahit ilang beses nating pag-usapan, if hindi ito ma-address, still fragmented yung magiging actions natin. I'm just trying to be frank as possible para ma-address talaga natin, inshallah. And what we have do so far, what have the MOST done so far? So we created Technical Advisory Group on Food Safety for MOST BARM. So here's the thing. Since we found out na medyo kulang tayo sa mga FDA advocate or hindi natin nasisynchronize, can I disclose this, Mr. Stefan? Next week, we will be creating a group of food safety advocate and we will create for the purpose of the MSMEs to create a toolkit or a manual templated para si MSMEs hindi na mahirapan, mag-fill up na lang sila, inshallah. So there are things really has to be in place and has to be done para ma-address. But I think we are on the right directions naman. So pag natapos yon, si MSMEs, halimbawa kung nagpapatulong kayo, punta lang sa mga membro ng food safety group na yon, may template na form, ma-assist na kayo para pag-fill up at madali. Kasi sabi nga ni Ma'am Beth, pag hindi natin yung ina-address at nakikita, ang dami namang gagawin, ang daming gawing plan, ang dami. Tutulungan namin kayo, the government will do that, to create that template and the toolkit so that mas easy yung life nyo to do that. Inshallah, mag-succeed. And then expansion of food safety and halal testing laboratory. In the case of Basulta, dahil ang ating laboratory is nasa Cotabato City, kailangan natin ma-expand. Halimbawa, kasi sa water, dapat ang testing ng water 6 hours from the sampling. Kung ibiyahe mula Basilan hanggang Cotabato City, yung integrity ng result, hindi na yon. Nag-reproduce na yung bacterial load natin. So what we did is probably we have the referral system, malapit naman ng Zamboanga, we are part of the one lab. We also do referral din para mabook yung mga schedules natin. And that's on the way na, inshallah. Stronger partnership with FDA, MTIT, MAFAR. Sabi nga, it's a value chain. We really need to synchronize our efforts. Each one of us has its own role and it has to be addressed. Otherwise, wala. Fragmented yung ating mga gagawin. Technical assistance on MSMEs, I think we still need to do that. All the agency has to do it. Otherwise, hindi pa rin natin ma-access yung potential ng halal and food safety. Capacity building for producer and consumers, we have to continue that one. Otherwise, hindi pa rin tayo makakomply. And the roadmap of halal industry development, I think we work this one with MTIT and MAFAR. Ongoing na ito, inshallah. So these are the initiatives of the government, specifically from the Ministry of Science and Technology. In case that you really need help, our office, the Ministry of Science and Technology, you can come to our provincial office. And those programs that I mentioned is created to help the micro, small, medium enterprises. So with that, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, sir. Very informative. May natutunan tayo. Taas ang kamay ng may mga bagong na-learn sa lecture na ito. So, yun, thank you very much, sir. No, alam nyo ngayon na hindi po kayo nag-iisa. You are not alone in this journey. Marami pong players, but of course, marami din tayong kailangan pang gawin together. So, tuloy-tuloy lang.